Thank you, Sadhguru. Question, you talked about working on yourself and meditation comes into it, yet I've seen plenty of meditators that don't seem to act that well. So can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah. I'm not in any way identified with any political nation on the planet, but when I use the names of countries, don't think it's from some prejudice. When anything comes to America, it takes on a different form. It just amuses me what forms it takes. Because the yoga, for example, what forms it's taken is well, yesterday somebody sent me a WhatsApp message about how they're propagating beer yoga, okay? So yogis who have drinking problem and drinkers who have yogic problem, they do beer yoga, okay? Like this there are many. So we need to understand this. This is not… when you say meditation, when you say yoga, this is not an Indian thing or an Eastern thing as it is being understood. This is paying attention to the inner nature of who you are, all right? Fortunately, the fundamentals of being human is same fundamentals, doesn't matter which continent you have come from. Though for a long time people have been prejudiced against one against the other, but fundamentally these creatures are made the same way, this entire species is made the same way, okay? On the surface, maybe I'm made of chocolate and you are white chocolate, whatever, okay? That's different. So, we need to understand this. For example, you use the word meditation. You must understand this. These words are being thrown around. The word meditation in English doesn't really mean anything specific. It's too general. If somebody sits with their eyes closed, you will say they're meditating. You know with your eyes closed how many things you can do. Yes or no? So in the yogic parlance, you can do japa, tapa, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, you can fantasize about something or you can just master the art of sleeping in vertical postures. You know, you don't know what you're doing. So, what specific aspects are not there. General, because it's a fashion. It is not an endeavor, it is more a fashion, it's an in thing. You will see people are walking with yoga mat in New York City, you ask them what… they say, today is my yoga day, yesterday was my cycling day, tomorrow is my swimming day. This is not like that. The word yoga means union. Union means, in some way, you learn to obliterate the boundaries of your individuality. Because your individual existence is a fake existence. If you don't understand what I'm saying, close your mouth, hold your nose like this for 2 minutes. You will understand without the larger atmosphere supporting you, you can't exist for a moment. Yes? What you exhale, the trees are inhaling, what the trees exhale, you are inhaling every moment of your life. But this is not there in your experience. Actually, 1/2 of your breathing apparatus are hanging out there. If you experience this, do I have to tell you, don't cut the tree? Do I have to tell you something else like this? To plant the tree? It wouldn't be necessary. If you really experience 1/2 of my lungs is hanging out there, you wouldn't call a tree a wood, isn't it? If I call you flesh, is it an insult or no? So calling a living tree as wood, this happened to me. You know, when I was doing literature, we were always studying English poetry and we were introduced to American poetry. So the first day this lady teacher comes and she says, I'm introducing Robert Frost to you and he's a great poet and this, she says so many things. And then she starts off, woods are lovely, dark and deep. I said, stop. I was only 19. I said, stop. She said, why? I said, a man who calls a tree a wood, I'm not going to listen to that guy. She said, no, no, this is a great poet. I said, I don't care how great he is. A man who calls tree a wood, I'm not going to listen to that guy, I didn't let her teach. Because this has gotten into our minds. We have not experienced life. We've concluded about everything. We made conclusions about everything. We have not experienced it. If you sat here and experienced life, very well you would know what the trees exhale, you're inhaling every moment. You can do without any relationship in your life. This one relationship you can't break. Yes or no? We have not brought human beings to experience. Meditation means this, yoga means this, to bring people to a living experience of life. It's not just the trees and the atmosphere. As you sit here, every subatomic particle is in communication with the rest of the universe. Otherwise you can't exist here for a moment. This entire fake idea of who you are has to go, that's meditation. So anyway, technically what is meditation? Meditation is a consequence, but because these societies have become so goal-oriented, they want the mango, they don't want the tree. If you want flowers in your garden, you don't have to do flower meditation. You don't even have to think flower. You have to think soil, manure, water, sunlight. None of them look like flowers. But if you take care of that, flower is a consequence. So meditation is a consequence, but people want the consequence, not the process. If you cultivate your body, your mind, your emotion and your energies to a certain level of maturity, you will become meditative. That will be your quality, that will be the fragrance that you will carry with you. But now you want the fragrance, you don't want the process, what will you do? You'll buy some French perfume.
Thank you very, very much. The bank will be very different for having had this experience, so thank you for the time and thank you to the India Club for facilitating this.